as the FIVB proudly presents the World League Finals. It's distantly once again, and there you see the current standings in pool. And Holt in the middle, a superb athlete. Rilo, Isaac, Evandro again will be at the opposite. Lucarelli will be at one out here in Brazil. Boy, this match certainly has a little bit of an Olympic feel to it, and we are underway. And quickly, Aaron Russell dug down the line. And over the top of the block, ball hit out of bounds, but clearly there was a touch on the block, no question about it. And Evandro, the 33-year-old at 2 meters 7 centimeters, he struggled. He got off to a very good start at the beginning of Brazil's loss to France yesterday, but eventually finished, let me get you the numbers, just 12 of 30 with 10. Absolutely superb. Left side, Lucarelli with his first swing, and we'll give you his numbers against France in just a moment. Strong hit off of Matt Anderson. It was indeed a very good call, and you saw that confirmed by the reaction of Sergio. High off the top of the hands, another good swing by Lucarelli. To recap, Brazil's loss just yesterday afternoon to France. Brazil won the opening set 29-27 and then lost 25-21. And the crucial set was the third match in this World League final for the United States. Max Holt over the top of the block and down. Max Holt, now 28 years of age. He, Matt Anderson, played together in college at Penn State University and also matriculating from Penn State, but much more recently is lineup. And here is Matt Anderson, clearly established himself as one of the top 5 players in the world. Good pass by Sergio, and that ball tucked inside by Lucarelli, already with 3 quick points. Good first contact by Sergio, right on target. Not a lot of deception. Lucas went behind the block, unable to slow down Lucarelli. Here is Lucas, that ball right on the end line. So an ace serve and a very good start for Brazil on top 6-4. That ball right on the end line, absolutely perfect. Give France all the credit in the world, but that certainly hurt the cause for Brazil. Left side again, Murillo is blocked straight down. Micah Christensen, good size setter again at 198, outstanding athlete. Out to Murillo, watch number 11, the blocker for the United States, their setter for the Brazilians, held a 2-0 lead. Here is Max Holt, been a very inconsistent server so far in the tournament. Isaac Santos right over the top of the block, and we've come to the first technical timeout of the opening set, and as you might imagine, we expected a very close, very hotly contested match, and it has started out exactly that way. Team local time, so neither team practiced this morning. They both went through video sessions and pretty extensive preparation as far as the game plan was concerned. Beautiful save that time by Micah Christensen, extending high up over the top of the net to set that ball accurately. Really a good save, and then absolutely crushed by David Lee for the Americans. Right side to Evandro, over the top of the block. Very good swing through the hands of Aaron Russell. This is what Brazil needs from Evandro. Evandro, ball set tight, and he's stuffed on the outside by last year's most valuable player, Taylor Sander. One of the goals for the United States when I spoke to their head coach, John Speraw, was to qualify for the finals because it was, this is the environment that all the countries that play Brazil will face at next year's Olympic Games. Lucarelli blocked again, so a couple of early stuff blocks. And with the jumping ability of Taylor Sander blocking on the left side, and the size and ability of Micah Christian blocking on the right side, the United States really is a solid go for it once again. I tell you, I think you give Anderson the green light. Couple of aces. Good serve once again. Brazil off the net. Good pass, very hittable ball, Hill, and Anderson down the line. I love the location of that second contact. At the 3-meter line, you don't have to be perfect. Watch where this ball is dug. It was actually about 4 meters off the net, but that gives Micah Christensen plenty of time and plenty of room, and what a good inside-out or wrist-away swing by Anderson. Quiet early, but quiet no more for the United States. Americans are going to get another look. Boy, did not handle that play at all well. Good dig that's going to be tight to the net. Anderson is stuffed. So the United States has misplayed a couple of transition opportunities, and Brazil taking full advantage. See, this is what we call a free ball. Murillo with a pretty smart shot. We don't get to see that, don't know why. Anyway, the United States, 3-team pools are always a little bit squirrely. Max Holt on the wrist away from Isaac. Holt just rolling that ball in. Right back to Isaac, went right over the top of David Lee. Right over the top. And David Lee is 2 meters, 3 centimeters. But that was just too good. Lucarelli to the outside. Perfect pass, quickly in transition. What a dig. Beautiful dig by Bruno. Anderson into the deep cross court corner. And now Brazil is going to challenge that the United States netted on the previous play. That ball was clearly in. That is not what's being challenged. 26th edition of the World League. Back row, quick combination, good touch that time by Evandro. And off the block and out of bounds. The key to that play was the block help of number 15 in yellow. See, as an outside blocker, you can't fall asleep. You got to get involved. And really, really good play by Evandro, helping, and then Lucarelli taking care of the rest out of bounds. And just like good opening set, back and forth. Both teams have had their moments. Both teams have made some errors. Tight set to Anderson, over the top of the block, a touch. A beautiful swing by Anderson, a perfect 3 for 3 in attacking, and also a couple of aces. I'll tell you, Brazil is doing a really good job right now blocking against the back row combination of the United States, which is one of its favorite plays. Both teams very well. Big chance here for Brazil. Visotto off the top. Taylor Sender is able to put that ball away, somehow finding a small crack in the block. Good scrambling that time by Max Holt to get in position. And also Micah Christensen again contorting to set that ball in Italy. Here's Anderson, already with 2 aces. Off the block, beautiful swing by Visotto. Very clever wrist away. Off the block, into the antenna. Set point now for Brazil. Bruno also going with the jump float, being a little conservative. Anderson again. Matt Anderson, perfect so far in attacking. He's now been moved to the opposite position, or the right side, after having played at the outside hitting position. Clay Stanley, who has manned the opposite. Aaron Russell one-on-one. I was wrong. Lipe didn't come in for Murillo. He came in for one of the middle blockers to come in and add some serving. You just saw Murillo back in the rotation. And no question about the line. David Lee is blocked straight down. Great read by one of the very best, Lucas Sotkamp. Watch Lucas in the middle. He dives into the wrist away. That's David Lee's favorite shot. There's the wrist away. And boy, they have faced one another so many times before, but on this occasion, the middle blocker for Brazil getting the better of it. And what kept the United States in the opening set was their serving with 3 aces, and coaches would tell you that it was not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. There were 1 block and 2 aces. Aaron Russell down the line, over and into Bruno. Aaron Russell made his debut for the United States national team just this summer. A lot was expected, but like Taylor Sander before him last year, Aaron Russell has played at a big challenges. Here is Evandro. Perfect pass. David Lee once again. Eric Shoji with the absolutely perfect reception. Just at the beginning of his international career for the libero for the United States, but I'll tell you, he is, in my, there are lots of them, but he's in the elite group. The United States shouldn't block here. Don't block. Quickly to the outside, Sander is dug. And Lucarelli, again, the United States coming up empty in transition. Let's give you the numbers on Taylor Sander. He was very, very quiet in that opening set. He didn't even make the stat sheet as far as the leaders were concerned. Anderson had 4 kills, David Lee with 3, Max Holt with back row quick combination, and successful for the first time by Aaron Russell in the United States. We haven't talked about it, but you saw that really quick jump serve from Lucarelli, almost brought to a standstill by this new net. The net is line by line, loaded with LED lights, and it makes it very heavy and also very, very stiff, really slowing things down. Block on the outside once again from Murillo. So a lot of the players have talked about this new look net and how the ball reacts differently, particularly from the service line, mind you, but it's the same for both teams. Back-to-back points for the United States, and we're tied once again. Farther forward, look at Brazil's reception right there, just past the 3-meter line, and they'll try to take that ball overhand. That ball off the block and out of bounds, and Evandro, who tailed off towards the end of Brazil's opening night loss to France yesterday, finished with 12 kills but 10 errors. He's been outstanding so far in the early going already with his 4th kill for Brazil, and had that big one to end the opening set. Max Holt with a kill once again. The United States would like to set the ball into the middle. And when I'm saying middle, I'm including their middle attackers and also their attackers out of. Anderson into the deep cross court corner. I'll tell you, Aaron Russell, number 2 in red for the United States. He is passing the ball perfectly right now. And if I were Brazil, I would start to serve somebody. Brazil can go after him. Here is Sander. Very easy serve, and Isaac goes straight downtown. There's the fine line. You got to serve tough, but you have to be able to serve in with some consistency as well. Just to the outside of Max Holt, there, number 17, and can match Isaac Santos centimeter for centimeter as far as jumping ability. Russell again. That ball off of Bruno. Smart shot by Lucarelli, poked up by Sander. Beautiful defensive play by Taylor Sander on the diving save after the smart shot by Lucarelli. Off the top of the block, and Sander not quite anchors away. You got to stretch out, young fella, get airborne. But Max Holt, aggressive set that time to Micah Christensen. We've come to the technical timeout now so far for Brazil. Really, really a smart attacker for somebody so early in his career. And right on cue. I tell you, he can bring the heat, and one-on-one, that is almost impossible to stop. But he is also so good out of system and high flat. Really has a wide variety of shots in order to score points for Brazil. Boy, good. Anderson again down the line. That's what your opposite attacker has to do. Get you out of trouble, out of system. Boy, there was a lot of line there and a really good wrist away. So fast right now. Currently, coaches want them to move into the court to take up a little more real estate. But there, Murillo beaten to the outside. Off the block again. Beautiful pass by Sergio, not being fooled. I'll tell you, the level of play is much higher here in the second set. Both teams in perfect position, very schooled, in and out of system. They know exactly what they need. There is Evandro back at the line once again. Playing at home, they won the opening set, and then they lost 3 straight. So Brazil in a must-win situation. That off of David Lee and out of Brazil's best player. Lucas going behind. Shoji read that easily. And then Anderson off the top of the block once again. A great defensive read by Eric Shoji, number 22, the libero, right there. You don't get to that ball unless you have really superb instincts, because your key turning point and an opportunity. One missed by Brazil. Dug by Sergio. Lucarelli through the block and down. Ricardo Lucarelli, wearing number 18 in yellow, just 23 years of age, 1.95 meters, just under 6'5". What a player. Here's Lucas, and misses that serve badly. Brazil up and down as far as their serving is concerned, but I still think better than the United States. Other than Matt Anderson, the United States has not done much from the service line. Taylor Sander has struggled. Matt Holt has struggled. One quick correction, David Lee has been very good with his jump floater. Evandro one-on-one, dug by Anderson. Christensen going after the ball. What a spectacular effort. I told you he was athletic. Wonderful basketball player in high school. Now moving on to the professional ranks. Watch the end of this play. I'll tell you, spectacular, but also very risky. Wow. Jumping over part of the partition and one of the cameramen. And Anderson comes right back. The United States is really taking advantage of Matt Anderson, who at 2 meters in red for the United States. And if you're Brazil, of course, you're going to go right after him. Perfect pass to start. That's one. Ball's got to come. Lucarelli into the cross court. Good block out of the middle to start things by Isaac. And then who else? Where are you going to go? I'll tell you, there was a movie a long time ago called The Ghostbuster. Aaron Russell, beautiful shot into the cross. Really ineffective for the United States. Really good save that time by Christensen. But I don't think a good block. Not a good block that time. Watch Brazil's blockers. I'll tell you right now, watch Christensen. He's going up with one hand. I'll tell you, Evandro, not so much. 22-18 advantage. Hit straight down by Lucas. Lipe is going to come on now and serve for Lucas. Interesting, same as the last set. You know, Lucas, again, I hate to overuse the word, but overpass. Russell, ball just barely kept alive off the top of the tape. Jeske down the line, dug by Lucarelli. Free ball coming. And a big block against Evandro. Off-speed shot. I'll tell you, there was nothing wrong with the attacking decision made by Evandro. Off-speed, he's just trying to get the ball back. This is a smart shot, trying to reach. Ball set tight to the net. Kept alive by the United States. To Isaac, no. Lucarelli, yes. And a big block on the outside. Lucarelli has been nearly perfect throughout the course of this match. And he got a one-on-one look. Can't ask for anything better. And then Micah Christensen with a one-on-one. Brazil, none. Offense obviously very even indeed. So the United States now with 32 service errors so far through to begin the third. Lucarelli to serve. Ace serve. Boy, Brazil could use more of that, no question. Sorry to be so obvious. A good ratio, an acceptable ratio, is 3 errors for every ace. Obviously, prior to that, a team reaches 8, and when a team reaches 16. Here's Christensen. Evandro, good high flat shot. One thing to look for in this third set, Murillo was spending a lot of time talking to Bernardinho, the coach of Brazil, and the rest of his teammates about Matt Anderson, and telling them to block much lower and tighter and try to take away Anderson's high flat shot, which had been so successful. Easier said than done, but something to watch for here early. Anderson again off the block and out of bounds. And I'm not necessarily talking about in rotation number 1 when Anderson is hitting left side. I'm talking about all the other rotations when Anderson is hitting out on the right and oftentimes matched up. He 2 meters, 10 centimeters, 6'10", working in favorite play. And they got lots of athletes to hit it, but they've been missing it. Anderson again. Block high, block low. Matt Anderson now 11 for 15 through 2 sets. He's now 13 of 17. It is early, but through the Intercontinental team. But when must Brazil replace it? Ball set tight to the net and absolutely just thumped through by Evandro. I know it's early, but a missed opportunity in transition once again for the United States. Good save by Bruno. Adjusting to this very stiff net and anticipating that it would come out much closer. That ball ripped right through the... Evandro again outside of Jeske and down. Good swing by Evandro. Evandro Guerra, now 33 years of age, 2 meters 7 centimeters. Over 100 kilos. He is really put together. The ball set way too tight again. Aaron Russell will learn You got to watch the hitter. A lot of blocking is about eye work. Watch the outside blocker. I mean, he's kind of looking. He might even have his eyes closed. When you see your opponent back in Belgrade, Serbia in 2005, boy, time goes by in a hurry. Lucas on the cutback against two blockers. But it all started with a very good serve, and from who else but Lucarelli. That's the worst mistake the worst mistake you can make is getting aced. The second is Evandro again, and through David Lee, small hole. Good high hard swing. See, with Murillo out on the left side, Brazil's offense becomes very predictable. In 4 sets yesterday against France, Murillo. Here's Bruno. Oh, what a set that time by Christensen. Perfectly delivered to Anderson. Remember I said that when the setter goes up with one hand, he's only got one option? Well, maybe not. Wow, Micah Christensen is playing at a level. Last set that he hit into the antenna. Christensen can't make the play. I did one set apiece. A serve for Anderson. Wow. Excellent pass off a tough serve. Christensen tracking that down, hittable ball. Point of the match. Aaron Russell doing a good job playing very deep center field before Isaac able to put that ball away. Anderson again with another kill. Somehow got to find a way to get all of these service errors out of the men's game. It won't happen until after the Olympic Games, nor should it. But it's got to change. The left back, so he cannot participate in the block. And another stuffed block and a facial administered by Max Holt. And after trailing early at the first technical timeout, the United States, what a good block by Max Holt. Aaron Russell overran that play. What a great pass that time by Lucarelli. The pass was the key to the play. Here's the double sub. William comes on. Bad pass. Chance here for Brazil to get within one. And over the top of the block, and they do. How quickly it can change. The United States had a 3-point lead at the technical timeout, and now it is down to one. Off the top of the block and down once again for Aaron Russell, who has picked things up after a slow start in sets number 1 and then on into set number 2. Boy, that is a really good swing because Leandro Vizol hitter. Russell Holmes now on to serve for the United States. Vizolto off the block and out of bounds. If you're wondering, the usual starting opposite in the Intercontinental round with a 9-3 record, Brazil the same in Group 1. That ball dug, but cannot be controlled. Missed out of the backcourt. It was a tough chance for Jeski. Brazil was in the Intercontinental round with Australia, Serbia, and Italy. The United States was grouped with Russia, Poland, and Iran. Remember, this is the first of 2 matches on the day. Another service error. Following United States, Brazil, it will be Italy, Poland. The United States should go after Lipe if they possibly can, with Murillo out of the lineup. Not even close with that jump serve. Evandro and Bruno coming back in as the double sub is unwound. Both teams trying to be a little more conservative with their serving game after they've missed so many. Chance for Brazil again. Good block in transition. And United States complaining that Isaac was over the top of the net, but they're used to, well, you're not seeing the signal now. Andrej Zenovic saying that Isaac was legally right on top of the net. Any part of the ball, if any part of the ball is above the net on your side, then that is a legal play. And Zenovic, the first referee, was quite emphatic about it. So now we are tied at 19 once again, with the United States calling timeout. Brazil playing better defense. I understand what the faults mean. How do you make a mistake trying to dig the ball? But just count digs, and right now Brazil doing a little better job. So Bruno back to serve, tied at 19. Brazil a chance to take the lead. And Felipe tucks it inside. Good dig once again by Bruno. See, Sergio adds so much in so many unique ways. He's just not a good receiver and defensive player. You see how quickly the libero for Brazil was able to run that play. And the crowd is back in it. Back row combination. Where has that been for the United States? Again, they want to run an attack out of the middle of the court, either to their middle attacker or to their back row quick hitter. 35% of their offense. Ball's hit out of bounds. Isaac, good save by Bruno. Here in the Olympics. Holt comes right back. That's been missing a little bit from the United States. Micah Christensen's got to stay confident and stay aggressive with his middle hitters, Holt and David Lee. Boy, Isaac was right there. Isaac. Into the cross court once again. Russell had a nice couple of digs when the ball was more into area 6. But this more into the deep cross-court corner. That is just a world-class swing from a middle again. No, back row combination. That one had very good timing to it. You can see how conservative right now Brazil is serving, and why not? God, they've missed enough for 5 matches, let alone not even 2. Lucarelli just shredding the American block. I don't know what you do to slow him down. Russell over the top, here for the match. And the victory for Brazil, 2-1. Lucarelli again. I said for the match. Of course, maybe it is for the match, as it turns out. But for the set win, good dig in the back row. Lipe again, and then Lucarelli with the kill. Brazil comes back to win it after trailing 16-13. They win it 25-22. Fourth set coming up from Rio. Aaron Russell will start things off for the United States. Lipe stays on the floor for Brazil and has an immediate impact. We're going to talk to the coaches around the Brazilian team. And Lipe has always been, I want to retract. That ball right off the noggin that time of Lucas Satkamp. These teams and players know one another so well. They know their tendencies. Watch the read. David Lee goes behind. Lucas is right there. Those are still blockers over the last decade going head to head. I tell you, Lipe is impressing me right now. I knew he could jump. I knew he had a really live arm, but that's the phase of the game that's really impressed me so far. You know, the United States is... Joust coming off the block and out of bounds. Boy, you knew that was going to happen. Bruno pushing the ball. That was a smart shot. See, Bruno's not necessarily aiming out of bounds. Watch him. He looks at the block, pushes into the block, and then out of bounds. That's really well executed by someone who is now a real vet. Brazil are the only undefeated teams in that tournament. Lipe this time over the top from the right side. Lipe is his nickname. His name is Luis Fonteles. 1 meter 96 centimeters. In terms of the two receivers, coached the United States to the Olympic gold medal in 1984. That ball off of Lipe and out of bounds. Not so far this intercontinental round. Very talented player. Little undersized, but very quick in the middle. Good pass by Lipe once again. Lucarelli taking care of everything else with a wrist away. Suffered almost total hearing loss as a child. Down the line and off of Avandro, not ready defensively. Back to David Smith just a moment to finish that story about his hearing loss. Said it's tough for him sometimes, particularly as a middle hitter, when things are happening behind him. You know, players are saying, get out of the way, I got this ball. You know, he doesn't hear that so well. Down the line by Avandro again. Once again, a terminal player. Scores points, and then he scores points for the other team as well. Lipe is passing very, very well. Oh, that is just... Move your feet, Taylor Sander. Just a nothing serve, and it goes down as an ace. Timeout called by the United States in all kinds of trouble. Here is Bruno. the middle back, Lucarelli again. What a good choice. Beautiful dig by Sergio. And also Lipe had come in to help. How it all was something along the sideline, and not their sideline, something having to do with the officials. Anderson into the deep cross court. Two diggers were there. Sergio and Bruno were both there and kind of took themselves out of the play. Evandro is stuffed. Think back to what head coach John Speraw said when he called that timeout. He said, we just need to make a couple of plays. Well, there's one, and only one. And Evandro, once again, being way too terminal a hitter. Anderson off of Lucarelli and down, or maybe that through the seam, off of Isaac as well. So Matt Anderson, well, nobody for the United States has played worth a darn in this fourth set. All started with some very poor receiving. Isaac again over the top and down. I want to talk a little bit more about the tiebreaker in this tournament. The first criteria is one-loss record, but it's hypothetical. I mean, Brazil's got a 17-11 lead, finished their preliminary round at 1-1. I'll finish the thought in a moment. Lottman's going to have to take a swing here. Oh boy, that's a really good swing. That is a gutsy swing. But just to finish the thought, it's just quickly. So Brazil, hypothetically, if they go on to win, will have a 1-win, 1-loss record. And then the United States and France play tomorrow. If the United States wins, if they go on to win it. Anderson over the top of the block once again, and that is a big block over Bisotto and Lucas. Matt Anderson has not gotten many opportunities here in the fourth set, but one of the best matches I have seen him play in a long, long time. Number one for the United States. Not a well-formed block, and he ripped that ball into the cross court. Still a comfortable lead for Brazil. Anderson with a big swing, able to tuck that ball down inside. And maybe Brazil ready for a timeout. Now it's 18-15. And there it is, timeout Brazil. Dickstein. Big kill out of the middle by Lucas Satkamp. And a good pass by Lucarelli. Boy, that was absolutely huge. Two American blockers are there. Lee, number 4. Taylor Sander, maybe not so much. Wow, just find a very small hole. No chance there for the American defense. Taylor Sander off the top of the block, registering a nice kill. Very good swing. Still haven't gotten word about the injury to Aaron Russman and David Lee. Back to Lucas once again. And I don't understand. I got to think back. Lucas has been a disaster from the service line this entire match. Find a way just to put this ball in the court. That was a pretty good one. And Sander is stuffed by Bruno. Pretty good looking play. Block for Brazil was spread. High up into the block, but better technique by Breen. Yeah, you got to go to Anderson. That's an easy choice to make. Anderson again off the top of the block. Just has been basically unstoppable for the United States. Perfect pass, but Lipe is blocked absolutely straight down one-on-one. What a block! Micah Christensen again. Wow, reaching out with that right hand. 21-21. Ace serve by Anderson. Wow, what a serving performance. 4 aces for Matt Anderson, along with everything else that he... Here's Bruno. Lipe puts the ball away. Good set that time by Isaac Santos. But the key was the dig by Bruno. Lipe tucked. Anderson again. Tied at 23. But who is going back to serve? Last year's most valuable player, Taylor Sander, has been very ineffective so far today. Anderson again, and we're tied at 24. This is so much fun, except for all the service errors. You are seeing some absolutely spectacular volleyball when the ball is actually... Free ball coming to the United States. A chance to take the lead. And Anderson is blocked. Back row combination. And Paul Lottman again. Lottman, number 6 in red. They're going to go after him. Stepped in past that ball perfectly under pressure. Evandro off the top. And that's it. Brazil in a must-win situation. In spite of a great run. United States 0-1, and it will all be decided tomorrow. Coming up next, Italy and Poland.